Hi guys, hi. Good afternoon. I wanted to jump on because I have Wi-Fi just to share a very quick message with you today about how I get everything done in a day, how I get everything done. And the reason I chose this topic was because I get asked that question a lot of times when most of my clients they are always like, Adan, I don't know how you do all of this. I don't know how you manage a group and sell your packages and still do everything that you're supposed to do. So I just wanted to give you an idea of how I get this done. And for those of you who are now joining the group, who are now finding me on my page, who are now learning about coaching, my name is Adana Austin. I am your business coach and consultant, and I work with entrepreneurs just like yourself to help you get very clear on your goals, identify your ideal clients, and develop the strategies to grow your business. So that's what I do in a nutshell. So, hi Abby, nice to have you here with us today. You can share this in the group if you have chance, right? Because it's not in the group. You can share it in the group for me. Yeah, so how do I get everything done in a day? It's actually quite simple. It did not happen overnight. It took a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of coaching from my own coach, but there's a method to the madness. What I tend to do and what I would encourage you to do, because I know a lot of you complain about time management and not having enough time. And as I always say to my clients, it's not about time, it's about managing yourself because you can't manage time, right? There are 24 hours in the day, there's no more and there's no less. Everybody gets the same 24 hours in a day. What is important is how you use the 24 hours that you do have, right? So you have to be very intentional in how you use the hours that you do have and the things, the activities that you choose to do, right? Once you are intentional, then you won't feel overwhelmed. You won't feel like you don't have enough time in the day. You won't feel frustrated and you won't feel like if your actions are not adding up to creating the business that you actually want. So as I said at the beginning, what I do is set my intention, right? Every day I get up around the same time every single day. I leave at least an hour and a half for me to do my journaling, my meditations, and my affirmations before I start my first client. And even during that client time, I try to leave space between each client so I have chance to catch myself, for want of a better word. I even schedule time to sleep if I want to sleep. I schedule time to watch a movie if I want to watch a movie. I schedule time to go out and have dinner or go to the beach, or I schedule all of those things so that I don't feel overwhelmed, and I leave time. I schedule time for me to be creative. I schedule time for me to write my content. But the thing is that at the beginning of each day, before I get on the phone, before I answer an email, before I go on WhatsApp, after I've done my journaling and all of that, I set my intention for the day. And I'm very realistic about my intentions. I understand, and you should too, that you cannot do every single thing in one day. So you set your intention. So today I intend to do X, Y, and Z. Not only do I set my intention, that's why I have my journal. I put the time next to I put it a time next to each activity that I'm going to do. So if I know I have a client call between 9 and 10, right? Between 10 and 10:30, I might stop and have a cup of tea, some breakfast or whatever. From 11 o'clock, from 11 to 1, I might sit and write content for those 2 hours. Then I might take a break for lunch. Then I may have another client call for an hour. And next hour I may answer all the emails because what you try to do is bulk activities together. So if you have emails to send out or emails to answer, try to do all of them at the exact same time. If you have to make phone calls, try to do all of them at the exact same time. So you're bulking your activities together so that it's not drawn out throughout the day, and so that you manage yourself a little better, right? So you bulk activities together, right? You have to control what you have to do. You have to set your intention, just like how you have to set a monthly goal for yourself, or you set a financial goal for yourself. I set a financial goal for myself every single day. I set intentions of what I have to get completed today. And like you, certain things have to get completed before I can move on to other things, right? So you set those intentions, you bulk activities together, and you break them up into time slots so that you know it is a discipline, Abby. It is a discipline. And that's why I said at the beginning, it did not happen overnight and it is not an easy thing. But once you get into that habit, it becomes so much easier. And yes, there are days that I don't get it right. Yes, there are days that, things kind of fall through the cracks because you'll have little emergencies, things happen. But I scheduled time and I scheduled breaks so that in the event that something unexpected does happen or I have to do something that I did not plan to do, right, I have those little breaks and I can choose to do the things within the breaks so that the rest of my day that I set out to do still happens, right? There's no sense and no reason for you to get up every morning feeling overwhelmed with the list of 20 things that you have to do, the list that you made on Sunday of all the things you want to accomplish in the week. That's why I keep telling you, I'll break it down into smaller parts. Break it down into what has to happen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Break it down so that you can manage yourself and you remember to leave time to rest, relax, spend time with your kids, go, do fun things, rejuvenate, get creative, create your content and all those things. But you have to do it with intention in mind so that you can get everything you want done in a day, not feel overwhelmed, not feel stressed, not feel always, your body always tired and those kind of things. Because at the end of the day, you know exactly what you need to do. If you know you usually spend 2 hours a day in traffic, right? Use those 2 hours wisely. While you're sitting in traffic, listen to an ebook, listen to a motivational speaker, whatever, so that you're still being filled with knowledge and you're still doing something positive for your business and for yourself while you are stuck in that traffic, because you know that is inevitable. You know that you have kids and you pick up your kids at 3 o'clock in the evening. So between 3 and maybe 5 or 6, that is dedicated to your kids, where you do their homework, you spend some time, you play, you just kind of reconnect with them. Spend that time with them so that you know that after 6, that is your time to go back to work, if that is the schedule that you have created. And you see, they would also, your family and your kids will also appreciate that, because they would understand, okay, I have 3 hours with mommy or daddy where I can tell them all about my day. We can play, we can color, we can do our homework together, whatever. And I know at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, mommy or daddy has to go back to doing work, right? So you have to create that schedule around your activities and be intentional in creating the life and the business that you desire. Because starting a business and growing a business, it is a lot of work, right? It is a lot of work, but it should not be stressful. It should be a fun process. You need to understand and you need to enjoy the journey as much as you're looking forward to the destination. You need to enjoy that journey. So you need to make time, map out your day, give yourself breaks, and really decide what has to be done. Because as I said on Sunday in our meetup, we spend a lot of time doing a lot of active things that are not productive. So when you do that to-do list on a Sunday, really step back. You have to be honest with yourself, guys. A lot of stuff that you have on your list of things to do are not productive things. They're just active things, right? If you know you have to come on Facebook to post about your promotion or come and speak in a group or share some motivation, whatever, time yourself, give yourself a time. So say, listen, I am going to be on Facebook for the next 30 minutes, and spend that 30 minutes promoting your work, engaging with any groups, reaching out to your ideal clients, and doing all of those great things that you have to do in order to grow your business. But you don't have to spend whole day. Your phone doesn't have to be in your hand for the full day. You don't have to be stuck in front of a computer for the full day. That is not being productive in your business. Even if you have an online business, that is not being productive. Right. So I wanted to share that with you today. Does that make any sense? Do you have any questions about how to get things done in your business every single day without being overwhelmed, without being frustrated, without feeling like the world is coming down on your shoulders. You have to set the intention, guys. Create that discipline, right? As you go about growing your business and as you enjoy the journey of having a business, right? You have to figure out, when am I working on clients and when am I working in my, and when I'm working on my business and when I'm working in my business. Working in your business means you're doing client work, and working on your business means you're working on the things that are going to grow your own business, right? So yes, I have a lot of stuff on my plate right now. I'm recording my podcast, I'm setting up my membership site, I am managing 2 Facebook groups, I am creating content, I'm writing articles, writing my blogs, writing Huffington Posts. I am doing marketing for three different clients. I'm setting up meetings. I'm organizing my big event for October, which is a Global Brand Summit. I'm doing all of those things every single day, but I set an intention, right? I journal about what my day is going to look like. I sit and I visualize what my day is going to look like. I meditate on what my day is going to look like. And I know, okay, at 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to have some lunch. I'm going to watch something that's going to make me laugh my head off so that I regroup. And by 5 o'clock, I get back on the calls with my clients, and I go from 5 until sometimes 9 o'clock in the night. And at 9 o'clock, I close that computer, take off that phone, and relax. And start all over again, because you have to also give yourself that time to rejuvenate. Yeah. AC says, for me, it's balancing personal and business. And the thing is, right, AC, instead of trying to separate them, find a way to bring them together, right? So that if you know you have the kids to pick up and you know that you have errands to run for home and that kind of thing, find a way to bring it together. And I mean, if your kids are big enough, you speak to them about it so that they would understand when you need to stop, like how much time you have with them, and when you need to stop and focus on business, and when you have time to focus on them. Speak to your family, speak to your support system, speak to your friends, because we always feel that we run in this business and it is our business and nobody else would understand. But we have to give our family the benefit of the doubt, especially when you have children and you have a husband or a wife or whatever, right? You have to share what's going on. You don't share the nitty gritty, but you have to share what's going on so they understand your own frustrations and that they can give you the support, because a lot of times we don't ask for support and then we get frustrated. But if you ask for support or you ask for understanding of how your business needs to run, you'll be very, very surprised the support that you would get. So instead of trying to separate it and saying, this is my business and this is my personal, try and see how it can be meshed. So if the kids go to school between 9 and 2, it's all about business. When you pick them up at 2:30 or 3 o'clock, you spend the next 3 hours just on them. Focus on them, and then you later on you go back and you focus on your business. You have to break it up, because that is the reality of life, right? We all have personal things going on. Some days we have bad days, we have good days. And the thing is, if things are not good in your personal life, they tend to affect your business, right? So you're trying to minimize that roller coaster as much as possible. And that comes with your communication, that comes with your intention, that comes with understanding you're understanding your limitations, understanding the resources that you do have, and utilizing the resources that you do have, and understanding how you can manage yourself, right? Abby says, I feel so indisciplined at times. My journal is not consistent. I know it's contributing to my writer's block for my blog. And Abby, don't beat up yourself. Find a way to be consistent with it. And it might be something as simple as you set an alarm. You set an alarm for a particular time every single day. So it is 10 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the evening. It doesn't have to be in the morning, right? But you set an alarm for a particular time every single day. And when that alarm goes off, okay, right now is my journaling time. But be realistic about the time you're going to set. Don't set it when you know the kids are around, when you know that the time you'll be driving, when you know that the time you have to be doing dinner. Be realistic about the time that you set it, right? And even if you just do journaling or affirmations for half an hour every morning or half an hour a day, that is a start. Once you start and you're consistent for a week or two, it just comes like clockwork. For me, if I don't do my affirmations and stuff in the morning, my whole day is thrown off because my body and my mind is so accustomed to starting the day like that, right? Because they know, because my body knows, okay, I have to set my intentions, I have to visualize it, I have to, and that's how I manifest what I need. So set an alarm, Abby. Don't complicate it. Just set an alarm for a particular time every single day, and you know that at that time, that is the time for you to do your journaling, or that's the time for you to write your blog, or that's the time for you to do a video every single day, or that's the time for you to, promote your program. So set up different things that would allow you to be consistent and maintain anything that you want to do, right? It takes work. It does not happen overnight. So please don't beat up yourself. Be patient with yourself. Yeah. You have any questions, Meniki or Vanita, about how I do everything, how I get everything done in a day, right? So guys, that is what I wanted to share with you today, just to help you see that process and go through that process, right? And also to let you know that, tomorrow is the beginning of June. We're at our 6-month mark, guys. Remember all the things we promised ourselves in December and January, right? We should be hitting those goals head on by now. You should be hitting those goals out the door and ensuring that by December of 2017, you have accomplished everything you said you were going to accomplish at the beginning of the year. Yeah, you need to do that. So that Vanita says you're very motivated. I need to motivate myself more. Yeah, Vanita, just start to do things like your affirmations, right? And your affirmations are very personal to you. There's no right or wrong way. Your affirmations are your I am statements. So I am strong, I am confident, I'm a great entrepreneur, I'm a great provider, I'm a great creator. My clients come to me effortlessly, money flows to me effortlessly. Say those things, write it out, and then say them to yourself every single day, not just in the morning. Say them to yourself over and over. And the reason I say to say them to yourself is because when your brain hears your voice, it activates your brain, right? And your brain will get accustomed to hearing those things. So the reasons that we feel demotivated, and the reason a lot of us have low self-esteem and all those kind of things is because of things that was said to us, not necessarily things that are done, but things that was said to us. So you have to change the script of what is being said to you, and you are in charge of that script, nobody else. You are in charge of that script. So you change the script by saying positive things about yourself to yourself every single day until you believe what you are saying. Because I know at first it seems weird, right? When I started that 2 years ago, I was like, ugh, it seems weird. But you have to do it until you believe. You have to believe. So it's not just saying it, and it's not just being positive. It is about believing what you are saying. And when you believe it, then you will see the difference in your life and in your business. Yeah. Hi, Micah. Tanti. Don't beat yourself up, Abby. It's yeah, you have to be patient with yourself. Rome was not built in a day. We know that old saying. It does not happen overnight. So be patient with yourself. But you will get there once you are consistent and you are focused. Right? Some days you're going to fall off the bridge. That's fine. We're all human. It's not going to be perfect because it's not about being perfect. It's about being you, about being authentic and being true, and finding the tools that help you to grow as a business person, right? And to become a better version of yourself, right? When he says, so true, things that were said to us, so we can change the script of what others say to us by saying positive things to ourselves that we believe. Yes, exactly. And you do that every single day, not just in the morning, because people feel, well, I have to do my affirmations every morning. No, if in the middle of the day you start to feel a little froggy, say your affirmations to yourself. I mean, I know my family thinks I'm mad because I walk around saying those things to myself, but it helps me, it brings me back, it centers me when I'm feeling a little off and that kind of thing. So change the script of what others have said, and you create that positive script in your life and in your business, right? Talk about what you are great at. And so it's an I am. You're taking control of your life. You are taking control of your future. You are taking control of your destiny, right? By saying those I am statements, right? You can control yourself, right? It's not about controlling time. You control yourself and how you get everything done every single day. So it's about setting those intentions and making sure that you are productive every day and not just active, right? So guys, yes, so that was my message today. I'm so glad you all jumped on and gave me questions and saying you think you're mad. Yeah, I know. They think I'm mad. That's all right. That's when I know I'm doing something right. Yeah, that's fine. They can think I'm mad. I'm okay with that. Once I know that I don't seek validation from anybody else, and it's all about what I believe about myself and believe about my product and my service and my brand. That is the most important thing to me, right? So nobody else has to validate you. Your validation comes from within, right? And as I said, it's tomorrow is the 1st of June, so we have to make sure we're hitting all those goals. We have to make sure that we are doing all the things that we promised ourselves to do at the beginning of the year. We promised that 2017 will be the year that we kick off, that we jump off, and we do all these great things, that we get serious, that we get focused, and our business is going to take off, and all these great things. It is now the 6th month. Tomorrow is the 6th month of the year. Look back at what you promised yourself and see where you fell short. See what you need to pick up on. See what you need to do more of. See what has worked and what is not working. Get rid of the things that are not working and do more of the things that are working, and develop your strategies. Tweak your strategies if you need to tweak your strategies. And let's move forward and make the next 6 months of the year extraordinary, so that when we come back in December, we know that we have put in the work. We have done the work to see the change in our business and in our lives. And that's why I want to invite you all, to everyone who signed up here, to sign up for the 6 months business incubator program, which starts on July 1st, right? So the next 6 months you work with me, right? The next 6 months you work with me. Every single day we work together on creating the right mindset. Venita, that's what we're talking about: creating the right mindset, setting your intentions every day, decluttering your space and decluttering your mind. We work together about understanding your money, because if you don't understand your money, guys, then that's the end of it, right? We work together on understanding your money. We work together on your marketing strategies, on your sales strategies. We work together on putting together the right product and pricing your products the right way, so that you can get the sales and clients that you want. We work together on identifying exactly who your ideal clients are, so that you don't waste time and resources trying to talk to every single person, right? That is what we work on together for 6 months. You have unlimited email access to me. You have Facebook and WhatsApp access to me. We do monthly calls. You have access in another Facebook group, which is a private Facebook group, where we talk about your business, and you have support from the other people who are in the group, and we bring in experts in the group. And you have email support from me, so you get email with activities or assignments that you need to complete as you continue to grow your business. That's a 6 months business incubator course, guys. It starts on July 1st. It's $800 per month, and it's only limited to 10 people, because I want to be able to give as much support as possible. It's limited to 10 people. 2 spots are already gone, so it actually has 8 more spaces, and I know that is also going to go really, really quickly, right? So if you want to get in that program, send me a private message, email me at info@mkgdynamics.com, or just leave a comment underneath this video, and I will get back to you about more information about the program, right? So that's what's happening from July 1st, right? So that's my message for you all today. Set your intentions, do your journaling, do your affirmations, manage yourself and not your time, because we all have the same amount of time every single day, right? And you don't try to separate your business from your personal, because they all kind of intertwine. And when you find that thing that helps you intertwine, it just makes life so much easier, so